Yes, definitely, definitely. So we'll have our rectors come up, and as usual, we'll start with their welcoming speech to welcome all of you to our new family here at Vistula. So yeah, one more rector coming up. Anyway, does anybody have a joke? No? You guys are very serious people, okay? I don't have a joke. I'm like trying to kill time. Yes, we need our rectors, our important people. Another rector coming up. This is Pani Maria Gashinska, so she is in charge of student affairs. So she's quite important as well. Okay, so now that we have all the important people here, we shall start. And as I mentioned, we will have our rectors with their opening remarks to welcome you to our little family here, hopefully it get bigger, at Vistula University. So I would like to first welcome Mr. Professor Konarski with his opening remarks.
Good morning to everyone. It's the morning, so it's time to start. Monday, as you know, sometimes it's called in a very specific way. It's not that pleasurable day. Let's hope this will be a very nice day for all of us. First of all, I would like to welcome all of you, and of course to congratulate you with the decision. You decided, of course, to come in to study, to begin with the studies here at the University of Vistula, which is I must frankly say one of the most unique universities we have, not only in Poland, but I would say in this part of Europe, specifically in more regional way, which means that we are at the moment having the position of the first university with the different rankings, which is mostly internationalized, and you are the excellent example that this is really true. You represent all the cultures, all the continents, all the religions, all the interesting definite habits and customs, which is also a fantastic and inspiring basis for all of us as your teachers quite soon. Which means that we should cope with this challenge. And if I use the word we, I have in mind myself and my colleagues. But you also have the challenge because you will be definitely students within the totally international gathering, and you will have also us as your tutors, as your mentors, and I hope also as your advisors in some of the most important decisions and studies in this special school. We have more than 25 years of existence, and Vistula labelers who are quite well known. We are at the moment also in an interesting process of expanding our presence within the Polish academic market, which means that we are having a position, namely the University of Vistula, which is the Academy of Finance and Business, as a mother organization for all of the others members of the same consortium or federation of universities. Altogether, there's 5 located in some places of Poland universities, which are totally constructed right group of universities. This is also an important institutional and academic challenge because we are doing all of our endeavors within the framework of the new new higher education law, which has been passed by the Polish for the same more than a year ago. And this is a very specific time for you and also for us, which means we are totally cooperative. We should give ourselves, you us and we you, some of the assistance in the whole process of academic teaching and the process of the promoting this special university. We have more than 86 different nationalities right now, which is the absolutely unique position, as I already mentioned. We are very proud of it. We are very proud we have such large international gathering here, and we are having so many interesting ties within the academic spectrum in Poland and also abroad. I would say in almost all of the continents. We want to go towards this direction with your assistance, and we hope that your decision, which you just undertaken, and this is the excellent evidence that your decision is already made, because this evidence is your presence today. Thank you for being students of Vistula. Thank you for giving us certain inspiration to teach you. And remember, we as the authorities of the university, we as the whole academic gathering, we are always at your disposal. Welcome to Poland and Vistula. Thank you. Parę słów po polsku dla tych z Państwa, którzy woleliby powiedzieć coś po polsku. Szkoła szkoła ma dzisiaj strukturę w zasadzie już tworzącej się w federacji. Jesteśmy zbiorem uczelni, w którym Akademia Finansów i Biznesu Wistula, której mam zaszczyt być rektorem, Więc mamy ponad 25 lat istnienia. Marka Wistula jest już bardzo znana, bo to jest marka, którą budujemy wspólnie. My, naukowcy i nauczyciele akademicy i wy studenci. Wasi poprzednicy teraz będziecie robić to wy. Więc ja się osobiście niezwykle cieszę, że mamy w dalszym ciągu tak wysoką rangę i tak wiele osób właściwie z całego świata chce studiować w tej uczelni. Jestem z tego dumny, że możemy Was uczyć, że będziemy mogli być, mam nadzieję, nie tylko dla Was nauczycielami, ale doradcami, jeśli to będzie w jakimkolwiek momencie dla Was istotne i potrzebne. Działamy wszyscy w ramach nowej ustawy o szkolnictwie wyższym, co oznacza dla nas olbrzymie wyzwanie akademickie, dlatego że jesteśmy i w procesie kształtowania nas jako marki Wistula w postaci 5 segmentów, 5 instytucji akademickich, które tworzą tę markę. Funkcjonujemy oprócz Warszawy także w Półtusku, w Olsztynie i we Wrocławiu. W bardzo pięknych miastach, każde z nich ma swój urok i na pewno będziecie mieli szansę te miasta poznać. Oznacza to również, że tam nasz rekord polski, czyli te 86 państw, które są reprezentowane w naszej uczelni, jest takim rekordem, który musimy utrzymać i musimy traktować go jako ciągłe wyzwanie, ciągłą inspirację dla naszej pracy. Tak jak powiedziałem po angielsku, jako akademicy, jako ludzie, którzy jesteśmy na miejscu do Waszej dyspozycji, chcemy być tymi osobami, które Wam będą mogły nie tylko nabyć stosowne wykształcenie, ale które po prostu będą dostępni na miejscu, będą do Waszej dyspozycji. Dzisiaj mam przyjemność być w towarzystwie dwóch pani rektor Jolantę Żyżko, rektora Szkoły Głównej Turystyki i Hotelarstwa i pani rektor Marii Gasiński, która będzie z Waszego punktu widzenia osobą absolutnie najważniejszą, bo to z nią będziecie wszelkie kwestie, które się będą pojawiać, aby było ich jak najmniej, konsultować i ustalać. Jest bardzo dobrze, że się dzisiaj Państwo wszyscy poznacie z nami i że uczelnia staje się od dzisiaj Waszym specyficznym, merytorycznym, akademickim domem. Witam w Polsce, bardzo się cieszę, że na Polskę chcieliście przyjechać, że chcecie podjąć tutaj studia naszej uczelni i życzę Wam wszelkich sukcesów. Dziękuję bardzo.
Dziękuję bardzo. Profesor Konarski, our rector for Academia Finansów i Biznesu University. Now I would like to invite our other rector from Tourism University, SGT, shortly. It's in Polish. Okay, please come here. Mr. Jolanta Żyżko.
Welcome everyone. It's my great pleasure and honor to welcome you at the Vistula University, and I'm very happy that you joined the Vistula family. I'm rector of the smaller school than Vistula. It's a very unique school as well, not only because of due to internationalization, but also because we are very specialized in tourism, recreation and leisure time. And it's the biggest school in Poland in relation to number of students in tourism and hospitality. So now we are dealing with the ICE accreditation, which is a very, very special accreditation given to the school dealing with tourism. And also what we have new in our offer is a double diploma with BGMS, which is the Swiss university specialized in tourism, but also now agreement with Spanish University, and it will be joint degree with Spanish University, Santiago. So it's very probable, and you will have an opportunity not only reach one diploma, but also mostly triple degree, because all those schools cooperate with the other university in Spain or in UK. So, again, welcome at the Vistula University School of Hospitality Management. And now a few words for pools. Dzień dobry, witam wszystkich Państwa bardzo serdecznie. Cieszę się, że Państwo dołączacie do tej naszej dużej rodziny, wistulowej rodziny, tutaj na Stokłosy 3. Nasza uczelnia jest rzeczywiście bardzo specyficzną uczelnią, nie tylko dlatego, że jak Państwo widzicie na sali jesteśmy bardzo międzynarodową szkołą, ale także jesteśmy bardzo specjalistyczną szkołą rozwijającą się w kierunku hospitality, w kierunku hotelarstwa i w kierunku rekreacji. Liczba studentów w naszej szkole jest największa na tym kierunku w Polsce, a więc wyróżniamy się tym, że jest nas dużo, ale także staramy się być najlepsi. W tym roku ubiegamy się o największą akredytację na kierunkach związanych z turystyką i rekreacją. Jest to akredytacja The ICE i w listopadzie czeka nas wizyta panelu oceniającego. Także mamy dla Państwa nowe oferty związane ze studiami podwójnymi, a właściwie potrójnymi dyplomami i joint dyplomami. Podpisaliśmy już umowę ze szwajcarską uczelnią BHNS, która to uczelnia właśnie specjalizuje się w hotelarstwie, a więc będziecie Państwo mieli możliwość uzyskać nie tylko polskiego dyplomu, ale także właściwie potrójnego dyplomu szkoły polskiej, naszego uniwersytetu, szkoły szwajcarskiej i jeszcze Gordon University in UK. Podobnie kończymy umowę ze szkołą w Hiszpanii, Stanford University. Będzie to joint degree, a więc część programu będzie się realizowało tu w Polsce, część będzie się realizowało w Hiszpanii. Na koniec tych studiów otrzymacie Państwo wspólny dyplom także 3 uczelni. Dla studentów studiujących w języku polskim mam dzisiaj jeszcze szczególną ofertę, ponieważ uczelnia uzyskała pieniądze na realizację projektu utworzenia nowego kierunku kształcenia. Ten kierunek nazywa się Coaching stylu życia. Jest to pierwszy w Polsce magisterski kierunek taki właśnie, ale także jeden z pierwszych w Europie. Dzisiaj oferujemy Państwu te studia jako drugie studia, czyli jeśli jesteście zapisani Państwo albo do Wistuli, albo do SGT-u na inne studia magisterskie, to ten kierunek możecie Państwo uzyskać za darmo. Czyli jeśli się zapiszecie Państwo na kierunek coaching stylu życia, zajęcia będą tak ustawione, aby można było studiować popołudniami i ten dyplom uzyskacie Państwo za darmo. A więc zachęcam Państwa do korzystania z całej oferty SGT-u. Czerpcie Państwo garściami z tego, co Wam dajemy i z tych możliwości, które uczelnia Wam tworzy. To jest rzeczywiście szczególne miejsce do nawiązywania przyjaźni i znajomości, a to będzie najważniejsze w Waszym przyszłym życiu. I życzę Wam wszystkiego najlepszego w czasie studiów. Good luck! Thank you.
Thank you very much for your speech. Now I need like 2 minutes to explain something. First of all, I would like to invite here our head of mentoring, Rebecca, and our head of student council, Samajon, heads, please come to stage. Stage, here in front. In front. Mike. Okay. What I would like to show you here, we would like to make like common greetings in Vistula for our future time as well. Even 10 years later in the airport, when you see someone who is greeting this way, then we will understand they are from Vistula. That's why I'm going to do with them now, one by one. and you will see how we greet as a Vistula students. You can try now each other if you want. One more. Vistula. Okay, this is how we greet each other all the time, on the corridor, on the street, in the classroom, or airport. When you see each other, if you are from Vistula, you can greet this way. Now I would like to tell you that our general speech finished for the rector side, and now we are going to talk about technical issues. How are we going to live in? So, thank you very much. How are we going to? Okay. Now. Okay. Maybe my microphone. I gave that. Shall I stop? What must I do? Continue, but finish. Alright. So from now we are going to separate you to two, not individually, police speaking and English, and we are going to move police speaking students to another aula. But before that we have small things to do, very small. Just wait a minute. Rebecca? Yes?
Yes. Don't forget your lunch pass.
Can they go?
Wait, we have a surprise for you.
We have a surprise for you. Surprise for me as well.
It's also a surprise for you.
Surprise. What do you need? We have a surprise for you. Okay. Can we start? Welcome. Okay, this is surprise for you. Please enjoy. After that, we are going to be split to two different hours.
the music club and the representation from the choir. And so if you want to sing or if you want to play, if you can't play of any instrument, join us. Send us a message to our mail. We have 2 mails that you will find at our site, the Scala University site. So, thank you very much. Guys, do you want to play? Po polsku. Cześć wszystkim. Witam w Uniwersytecie Wistuli. Zapraszam Was do klubu muzycznego, to jest nasz klub muzyczny, który właśnie jest zniknął ze sceny, oraz reprezentacja z chóru, więc jeśli chcecie nauczyć się śpiewać, bądź lubicie śpiewać, zapraszam Was do chóru, lub jeśli gracie na jakimś instrumencie, do klubu muzycznego. Robimy naprawdę dużo fajnych rzeczy, zapraszamy Was serdecznie, poznacie tam mnóstwo przyjaciół, no i dziękuję. Thank you.
Thank you very much. One more time. Now it's time to speak to another aula. So please, Polish-speaking students, please go to aula 3.
W tym momencie wszystkich zapraszamy, wszystkich, kto chciałby zobaczyć ilustrację polską, zapraszamy do auli 3.
Okay, let us start. I think I'm not going to use this one. Better to use this one. Good morning. So, you have seen Rebecca, Elena and Igor from the head of department, no, not from the student council and the mentoring department. Small details I'm going to tell you later, but first of all I have to introduce myself, right? Okay, let me introduce myself. I am this guy in the middle who has balls, not belongs. My name is Elif Şengürek, and you can see my Instagram account. I can wait for a few seconds if you want to follow. I advise you to follow. Who am I? I am the coordinator of the Department of Student Activities. In other words, whatever happens here in this university as a student site, from a student site, any kind of activities, social or academic, is coming to me and they are asking to do it. Okay, now today I would like to say welcome all of you for our orientation day. Officially, tomorrow is the first day of the university, 1st of October, and today is the last day of the holiday. So that's why we invite you here to give you some technical details, what you must be careful while you are studying here, what are important things, what are not. This is English group, right? English speaking group. The thing is that what I would like to say here, because I am from Department of Student Activities, this is our Instagram, and all the time from the Instagram you can see Vistula SA, Vistula Student Activity, Vistula SC Student Council, Vistula Basketball, Vistula Mentoring, Vistula something. So that's why what I advise you, go to Instagram, say at Vistula, wait, you are going to see the list, and just join all of them to follow what is happening in the university, okay? All the time you are going to see events in that Instagram. As I mentioned, for this student activity department, because I'm going to give you brief information about my department, my name is Elif Şengürek. You can see my mail there and my Instagram there. So I'm talking a lot about Instagram. And Daria is my assistant. She is just helping to Polish speaking students at the moment. And then our room number is 119, and you can see our door is open all the time. So you can see this photo is the one activity that we had. Alright, what we have department student activity. Can you read this? So, who are we working with? We are working with the student council. It's called Samorjon in Polish. And we are working with mentoring program. And we are working with all clubs in university. I will go details now. And we are working with alumni as well. After you graduate, we are not leaving you. We still contact with you and then carry on to be Vistula big family. So let's talk about student council. So what are we doing here? Student council is a bridge between students and the authorities and the university. In other words, if you have anything to say to the authorities, student council is going to be in charge. And the idea, create and implement new ideas, is our duty as a student council. During the year, we are going to see all the details. And then we will do like social events, community events, charity events, all the other events with the student council. It's one part of the Department of Student Activity. And the structure here, we have one president, because we have two schools, that's why we have two presidents. But for each school, we have one president, one vice president, one secretary general, four coordinators because of the faculty coordinators, and then members as well. Election, first day started already, and middle of October, we are going to see all our new presidents on the stage. So, election will be announced. It's announced now already. We are going to fill up the application form via internet. The details you can get from our accounts. And first level, we are going to choose 30 candidates. From those 30 candidates, we are going to choose like president, vice president, and the others as well. So the next part is, I would like to talk about mentoring. Before that, is there any question about student council? No question. It's a lecture. It's kind of a lecture now. If you have any question, you can raise your hand, and then you can ask, okay? Then I ask you if you have any question. Otherwise, you can ask me later. Good. No question. The second part is in student activity department, mentoring, which is important also. You can see those people who are still standing there. They are seniors. Can you turn? You see mentoring team, they have t-shirt. This is a very good thing. If you are a mentor, you just wear a t-shirt. But not like all the time, especially for this kind of big events. So it's not only this, as you see, they take over everything about all the organization here, together with student council, with Elena and the others. And then they are just making everything here, in other words. So, besides student council, mentoring, what are they doing? They are senior here, in other words, like in the second or third year students. They know everything about university. That's why they are here, to help you, alright? Because when you come, some of you even don't know where is recruitment office, or even don't know where is toilet, for example. So if you see such people around, you can just immediately ask, where is Mr. Edip's room? Where is the e-learning department? Where is IT department? Whatever, they can help you, number one. Number two, normally if you just register to Brody system, we have like software, they could pick you up from the airport to put you in your dormitory. They can help you. Number three, during the year, you would like to chat with them. You welcome. They are mentors here to help you. Voluntarily. So which means that this year you can just see what's happening, and next year you welcome to be a mentor. You can be mentor. At least you are going to get one t-shirt. And of course it's not all. we are doing like general activities. A few weeks later, we are going to have like Warsaw trip. Maybe middle of semester, we are going to have like Zakopane trip. It's for the sorry, ski. Okay, he is my advisor here. Ski. And maybe in the summertime, we can go to like lake area. Who are going to do it? Mentoring together with Student Council. They are going to make these arrangements. If you haven't registered yet, this is the website that you can still register, and then you can be a mentee. Alright? Next part. For example, do you know how to rent a bike here in Poland? Yes. If you say yes, it's okay. If you say no, they will help you how to rent a bike, okay? So everything, all social and academic activities, they can help you. They are not here to help you to do your homeworks. Okay? Just to help you, to show how to do. Shopping, language difficulties you can get. Okay, all those things. Mentors are here for you. And as you see, we have clubs. This is our third structure. Two kinds of clubs we have. Academic clubs, social clubs. So academic clubs, they are doing academic things. Social clubs, they are doing social things. Easy? Clear? Good. How many do we have? Around 30. These are all the clubs that we have. I believe all of you has a club in your department for the academic part, or you will be automatically part of those societies from Asia, Africa, Asia Pacific, Europe, or Middle East. You can be part of any one of the societies. Even we have like social club, activity club. So these are this. So on the 15th of October, I believe, right? 15th of October, we have club presentations in front of the building. So then you can see all the clubs, they are going to represent themselves, and then you can join any one of them, okay? And for the alumni, it's very early for you. That's why let's go for details. Later we can talk about it. And these are the contact details. Student Council, Instagram, Vistula SC, and email Samorząd. It is in Polish, but we use this email. And the mentoring Vistula, Instagram, email, and Mr. Sai Chetinda is our club coordinator, was vice coordinator of Department of Student Activity. See here? He is not here. So this one, who is not here. Okay? So the next part, any question about my department? These are like simple things. We are just warming up. We are going more details, more technical details now. Any question? No question. I don't want to see this. Yes. No, I don't hear because I have to give this mic to him to be able to understand the question. Sorry, I am old.
So an aim what I think is what to do with fraternities and sororities, like Greek life, like in things like such as in American universities.
I see. So that you would like to create a new club.
I'm just interested in that.
Okay. So then, as I mentioned, for any kind of club activities, because if we go detail about my department, we can talk around 5 hours only. But only brief information I gave you, and I gave you the contact information. You can contact them directly. As I mentioned, the club coordinator is Mr. Sai Chetinda. You can just email him or go to his room directly. And then of course, you can open up a new club or you can join any club you want, okay? For example, we don't have like American football team here or that kind of club. If you want to create such club, you will. Alright? But if you want to create a music club, so you can see we have already, just join. Alright? So this is the thing. Another question? Good. By the way, I am a teacher as well. I am teaching here in IT. If any IT students here, first year? We will see each other later. Now, I would like to talk about International Students Coordinator, Mr. Davut Aslan. Is he here? Where is he? He was supposed to be here. Can we call him after we finish? Probably he's talking in Polish now in the other group. He's going to talk about something, but I don't need to wait for him. Let him come. When he comes, we can just talk about it. I will give you general information about university. The first information I would like to say, Mr. Davut Aslan, International Students Coordinator. I would like to invite him here on stage.
Hello, how are you doing? Yeah, it's me. Yeah, right? If you're going to have any trouble, the first person whom you should approach is going to be me, right? Whatever you need. I just put some information here. Personal issues, problems with your study, financial issues. Unfortunately, I'm not the person who may take the final decision, but at least I could give you some clues. What to do, what sort of a petition to write, what additional documents we could bring, etc. If you're going to have trouble, mostly you're going to have trouble with your residence issues or with your student visa, etc. Is that okay? Right? You make a picture. Still, you can approach to me. Whatever you have, right? I am the first person whom should be your first contact, right? I'm not a decision maker, but I'm going to make sure that you'll get the proper information, where to go, what to do, which papers bring, etc. I don't have any office hours. From Monday to Friday, from 9 to 5 o'clock, most of them at school. You can just catch me around in my office, room number 123. If I'm not going to have lectures, I'm on your disposal. If something serious, you may write to me for an appointment. If it's something private or individual, right? I'm going to be on your disposal. Please don't feel shame. Just come, and it's going to be okay. Something more from my side. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Room number 123. Easy to remember. Okay. Any question? Easy. Now, I would like to give you some general information about universities, because we are in this campus and we should know basic information, because when you go outside to your family you must say something. I'm just going to make as quick as possible for you. So the good thing for us, we have good cooperation with the business and lots of us we have international environment, as you can see, and experts in the class, world experts. And this is a good one, if you just would like to know. After your graduation, you are getting higher salary. It's like statistics, you can check from the internet. And the location is very nice. You come by metro, Stockholm metro, and then walking distance only 50 meters. They say 50 meters, but it's around 100. And you must know that here, in this campus, there are 6,000 students studying at the same time. Not at the same time, during the week. Alright? 6,000 studies, because we have part-time study as well. And then, since 1992, we have 65,000 alumni. And the others. Look at in the middle. In this university, there are 87 at the moment, not 86, 87 country representatives from 87 different countries. We have students. It's a very good environment. And according to Polish law, you can have part-time job. That's why before third year, you can find a job easily, part-time. Details later. We are the most internationalized university in Poland, including government universities. And according to rankings, we are in the 5th position as the academic area, I can say, amongst the private universities. So we have like good hours. This is important. What's happening in university? It is Vistula. Instagram is important. Facebook we have, Twitter, LinkedIn, and here we have WhatsApp Vistula. Please join that WhatsApp Vistula because either every week or once in 2 weeks you are receiving information about university, what's happening, what kind of big events happen. So last year as a student department we could prepare a report. We had 152 events in the university. Only social ones. Okay. These are the general information about university. Any question? Good. Let's go more details. Physical education. Maybe you are not from Poland. That's why physical education is important here in Poland. Every student should have this course, including every student. Okay? Who is not included? Including everybody. Why am I saying this? Because physical education course is like simple course. That's why, especially first year students, sometimes they ignore it. When you ignore it, it is a course. So you are getting trouble. That's why I put this presentation here. It is important for your life. Physical education is compulsory, obligatory for BA students. Okay? For 2 semesters. Semester 1, semester 2. So that's why you have to take PE class, and it cannot be postponed for the latest. So you are in the first year, you have to take physical education. And it's very easy, take place once a week in the sport hall, and registration for sport hall is like this. 1st of October, coming from tomorrow until end of week, you are going to register. What does it mean? You are going to choose a kind of sport that you like. Alright? Basketball, volleyball, badminton, tennis, gym, what else? Whatever. Everything is listed next to sport hall. I can take this text. So, to get credit, as I mentioned, it's a course that you have to get a credit. In other words, you have to pass this course. First of all, you can do this physical education in Vistula University by going to sport hall. You know where the sport hall is. If you don't know, you can ask any mentor to show you. It's very easy. So then, once a week you are coming, playing basketball or whatever you choose. Whatever you choose, then done. It's number 1, first way. Second way, training with the athletic division of the Vistula Academic Sports Association Club, which means that we have like special coaches. For example, we have girls volleyball team. If you are just part of this volleyball team, you pass from physical education class. Okay? This is the second part. The third one is outside of the university with the permission, underline, yellow highlighted. With the permission of the director of physical education, you can just go outside of the university, any gym salon, gym place, you can register there, and when you bring your papers, you pass from the course. And number 4, high-level sports ability. Is Ronaldo Carlos here? Something like this. Ronaldo Carlos, correct? Who is that? Ronaldo, not Carlos, only Ronaldo. If you are like expert in the sport area, anything, any kind of expertise you have, you just mention to your supervisor, your director, and you pass from the course. And of course, number 5, if you have a problem to not do that physical education, you must bring your certificate or doctor report or whatever to our physical education director, and then you can pass from the course, okay? Any question about physical education? So, these are the contact people. Mr. Shishko and Miss Alexandra. Their details are here. So their office hours are here. Thursday, Tuesday, from 2 p.m. to 3 p.m. Tuesday and Thursdays. Where are they? Room number 64 and room number 65. Next to sport hall. Okay, you can go there and talk to them directly. It is very important physical education, okay? It's a course. No question? Good. We're going more deep now. Library, because we are students, we need library, we need book. So that's why I just would like to say we have over 100,000 volumes of book in our library. And we have lots of database, like online database. We have multimedia collections, copying, printing, binding, scan, whatever you want for the library are available in the library. To be able to register to library easily, you are going to get like student ID card with your passport or personal ID, and then you will fill up the form and 5 zloty, then done. You can get the book for like certain time to your home. You can read there. That's for the library. Library also has a course, and we will mention about it. And if you have any problem with the library, this is the email address. And the room is in the library. The library is at class Windows next to rector office. Any question about library? Okay. Now, as I mentioned, just now I mentioned, library is a course. You heard it, okay? Now, I would like to tell you about Platon and e-learning courses. Look, these are important, and it is for each one of you. It is important, okay? There is library course, there is OHS course, there is IT course, and there are some other courses as well in Platon. It is more technical. Pay attention because expert is coming. Miss Marta from e-learning department. She is our director from e-learning department, and she will do presentation for you.
Hello. I have a very long name. My name is Marta Kozak-Gołębiowska. And probably if I will meet you in my classes, it will be a trouble to remember my name. But I'm a director of the e-learning department. I'm also a teacher. So probably with some of you I will also meet in communication class, and with some of you I already met in this class. And I'm here to talk about our e-learning platform. This is important for you because there are several courses that you will only do in e-learning platform. And you have to do them to pass your first and second semester. So for a couple of years we've been using another platform, and this is the first year that we are launching the new platform. We called it Platon. And to be honest, that was a mistake, because Platon was a Greek philosopher who died 2,000 years ago. And because of that, our platform, I think, is very slow right now. Because we named it after a dead Greek philosopher. If we decided to call it Schumacher, maybe, it would be better. But now it's very slow, so we are working on it, and I kindly ask you to be patient with Platon when you will use it. Okay, so basically what is an e-learning platform? This is a platform when teachers can put some courses for you, right? So some teachers may give some additional materials for you in the platform, and they can put some presentations, movies, some tests maybe. I put some tests for my students on this platform. So you will probably use it in your different courses, but okay. What is important about Platon? You already know. You will find in a moment about USOS system. So what you have to know, USOS is like university's master system. Everything you need to know is in USOS. And Platon, our platform, is correlated with USOS. So when you will log into this platform, you will find all your courses that you will find in USOS. They will be also in Platon. And I will show you in a moment how to log into Platon, and you will find there the list of your courses. If a teacher will put any material, you will find it in this platform. So it will be easy for you. You have to log in to this platform using your USOS login and password. So, how to enter Platon? You have to go to this site, platon.vistula.edu.pl. And this is your login panel, right? Also, you can find Platon in our website. If you would choose our website and you will go to internet, you will also find Platon platform. So there is a link to the platform. So this is when you can find it, right? Okay, so in a moment I will show you how to log into the platform. This is a crucial information for you, the next one. So this is the moment when you can all take a picture of this particular slide, because this is the most important. These are compulsory courses that you have to do, and they are only on this platform. So it means that you won't attend any classes at the university, right? There is no classroom. There is a teacher, but the teacher is invisible to you. And there will be two segments. The first one is called Introduction Module. And in this segment you have a library training, you have occupational safety training, and you have intercultural communication, which is my course. So you will have to do all these courses on the platform to pass the first semester. And when you will do it, I will grade it. And if you will be unhappy, you can find me at the university and e-learning department, and we can talk, right? The second course is ICT in Business. And this course is conducted by Ms. Dominika Szerzenka. So here you have the names of the teacher who is responsible for each course. You have also our emails if you want to contact us, right? And these courses will start after the 14th of October. So right now they are not there. So you have still 2 weeks. You don't have to worry about them right now. But after the 14th, you should log into Platon, find these courses, and make them. And you will have the whole semester to do that, right? Okay, so how you can find these courses on Platon? First of all, you go to the main login page, and you choose the panel that is called Logowanie AFIP SGT. This is, you know, like, because we want to tease you a little bit, so it's not so easy. But this is the main panel when you see the red arrow. And when you click on it, you will just be moved to the, this looks like USOS, right? So here you have to type your USOS password and login. So you don't need another login to this platform. What you use for USOS, you also use here. Is it clear? Yeah? Okay. So when you log to Platon platform, this is the main panel. In the right top corner, you see the name, like the word training. So here you have to click, and you will find there all the subjects that are assigned to you in your USOS system. You will find them here. And when you will click on the subject, you will find the material that the teacher has implemented to the platform. If the course is empty, it means that the teacher didn't leave you any materials, right? If the course is empty. And probably every teacher will, like at the beginning of your course, will tell you whether they will use some materials on the platform or not. Personally, I use it, and I always tell my students, you have to go to the platform, you will find there some materials. Some of them will be obligatory, some of them will be maybe not obligatory, maybe they will be additional, but in these 4 courses that I told you about, there will be all obligatory materials there. So there will be some slides, some tests, and you will have to do all of them, right? Sometimes maybe you will find a YouTube video there, can happen. The tests are quite important, especially if in these 4 courses, because this is the way that you will pass the course, right? So when you will do your test, you will immediately see the result. So you will immediately know whether you passed or not. And also the teacher will see your result. I can also tell you that the teacher on the platform can see everything that you do there. So it happened once that one student came to me and they said, you know, I did everything on the platform, so I checked their account, and these students have never ever logged in. So you know, we can see that, right? That's the problem with the platform. We see everything that you do. So like, you know, better just do it because we will know. Okay, so this is the most important thing. Remember, these 4 courses that will start after 14th. And if you need any help with the platform, you can find us in e-learning department. You can use this email to contact us. You can use this phone number to contact us, and you will find us in room 328A. And this is the one final important thing that I have to tell you. We are not IT department. Okay, like e-learning and IT, these are 2 different things. So if you need something with your USOS, with your laptop, with anything, you go to IT. And we are only for e-learning. And our doors are next to each other. So this is why I'm telling you that. We are not IT. Okay, do you have any questions? Yes?
How many times can we pass tests? Like only 1 time or 2 times?
It depends on the teacher. I prefer to leave some 2 or 3 attempts to pass the course. So if the first time you fail, you can do it another time. So every teacher can have their own settings. It's not hard. Really, it's not hard. The goal is for you to pass. Any other questions? No? Okay. Yeah? Oh, you were far away. I'm counting. For Erasmus students. Mr. Eddie, is it mandatory also for Erasmus students? Do you know that?
No.
No? No.
Not for Erasmus.
Okay.
Not for Erasmus students.
Yeah.
Okay.
Everything that you have in your USOS account will be in the Flutter platform. Yes? Yeah. And this is the question for IT department.
What is the question?
About USOS.
So I'm going to tell you about IT, that's why. If you are going to talk about USOS and the others, so I'm going to talk about IT later, okay? Afterward. And the first question was this lady asked, can we do this exam a few times?
Yes.
The answer is?
Yes, you can.
Depends on the teacher.
Yes, it depends on the teacher. We are not here, to make you suffer, so probably 2 or 3 attempts.
Sorry, I just want to make sure. So it depends on the teacher, all the facts or material, it depends on the teacher.
Yes, yes.
So if the teacher doesn't give it, no problem for us?
Yes, yes. But if for some reason, if you are in class and the teacher told you that they put some material, you go there and you don't see the material, you can come to us. And you can tell us that the teacher said that there is a material, you don't see it, so any technical problems that you have with the platform, you can come to us. Okay?
Yes. Any other question?
Thank you.
Okay, just take a note. If you have another question, of course, you will come to us. Thank you very much, Martha, for coming. Alright, we talk about it. Now we are going to talk about IT. These are like basic things. So you know that for each courses, for the first courses it's going to be like theoretical, after that practical. That's why we are just warming up. We didn't finish yet, but pay attention. These are important things. Just let us repeat together. For each individual student, we have to attend physical education 2 semesters, plus from Platon we have to have library training, OHS training, and IT. Okay? And intercultural communication. Alright? These are the courses that you have to attend online. Okay, let's talk about IT now. For IT, in our website, we have vistula.edu.pl, we have intranet. For this intranet, you cannot see the link because even I cannot see it. But you can see somewhere here, this intranet. When you click, you can see all other IT related stuff. The thing is that for the IT, that you should know, you can have Vistula email. Your name, surname at stud.vistula.edu.pl if you want. Who are you going to talk to about your email? IT department. Of course, you can change or create your password with them. And Usos and Plato, they are using the very same credentials, so that they are the same email, the same username and password, so that if you have any problem with them, you will come to speak to IT. I believe everybody knows already, our Wi-Fi in the university is this one. Okay, A Vistula B1. And another important thing here, student ID card. So, according to Polish law, everybody should hold a student ID card. And student ID card, what does it do? You can just use the public transport with discount. And because we have an agreement with the bank, Santander, you can use it as debit cards. You can just deposit or withdraw the money from the bank. Any question about IT department? You are going to contact to ICT Help and room number 328. Where was the platform? I mean, e-learning 328A. So it's just next to each other. You can go IT department directly or email them. Okay. Anything else? Good. Importance are coming. Someone is asking. Yes, ask. Where is the microphone? Yes, question. Now.
I was actually asking previously about Usos accesses. When I'm going to receive them.
When you just do recruitment, when you just give your all documents, they are going to give you username and password. If you didn't get it somehow, but normally you should get, you are going to send email to here, ICT@vistula.pl, and then you are going to give your details, your ID number, your name, your surname, and you would like to get your Usos account, they will just reply you. Okay? Normally, when you just enroll, you are getting this username and password. Somehow it doesn't work, ICT help. Something is wrong with something about IT, ICT help@vistula.pl. Okay? Thank you so much. Another question? No question. So can you just keep the microphone this side? I can see that you start to move out. I believe you are going to get fresh air and come back because important things are coming. Yes.
Hello, Mr. Laser.
Hello.
My question is, do you have Usos related app?
Mobile app.
Like
for mobile.
Yes.
Yes.
Is there any much easier?
Yeah, there is one app. It says that Vistula. You can just download it if it is working. I don't know. That's why. Seriously.
It's not working.
I don't know. I don't use it, but it's normally working, right? Under process. Okay, under process. It's not working. There is no app. Forget about it. You will follow it and you will see it. Microphone the other side of this. If you don't ask, then back you. Microphone center. Sorry. We have to sort out. That's why. Hello.
Hello. My name is Bobo. I am the student of the Faculty of Economics. If I want to transfer my faculty to another faculty, for example, IT, is it possible?
Yeah, this is the question for the Dean Office. So after we explain Dean Office, you can get the answer, okay?
Okay.
This is not question for the IT, yes?
One more
it is possible, yes.
About IT, student card. Yes. My visa, for example, is available for 1 year. If I get student ID card, can I stay in Poland for 3 years yet?
With student card, you cannot stay. Visa or Karta Pobytu, in other words, like residence card, are different than the student ID. Student ID is showing that you are a student here. So this is not to make you legalize here in Poland. Alright? Student ID card that we shown here to be able to use for the transport or to be able to use when you enter a cinema or theater to show that you are a student here, that's all. If someone outside, if the policeman asks that, so are you a student, you are showing this paper, okay? But are you legal here, you are going to show your visa or Karta Pobytu, which means that like residence card. Okay, this is another issue. All those details we are going to come on. Okay? Thanks a lot. Thank you very much. Another question about IT,
So, when can you receive the student cards?
The question is, when can you receive the student cards? After you did your enrollment, after you do your enrollment, all paperwork you have done, maximum in a week time, because it's like very busy time, it may take like 2 weeks. From Dean's office, you can get it. Okay?
Thanks a lot.
For student ID card, the most important thing, because in the next slide is going to come, the photo that you upload. Look, I didn't say that you give. You translating each other because I can see someone is talking. What I'm saying, the photo that you upload in the system, we are using those photos. What we have seen, I have seen very nice student ID card with the photo of mountains. It doesn't show you, alright? Or with the photo of something like this. It doesn't show you. So then, you have to upload proper photo for your ID into the system, okay? This is number 1. Number 2, proper address should be there, okay? This is important. Okay, let us carry on, because I don't want to waste time. We will talk about Dean office, but we will talk about Dean office a little bit later. First of all, I would like to invite to stage Mr. Michal Jashinsky to talk about safety and security and healthcare. Please, Mr. Jashinsky.
Good morning, it's the morning. My name is Michal Jashinsky. Since August 2016, I have been acting as the rector's proxy for security issues. So I do deal with everything that has with security to do. Previously, I used to work in diplomacy. I spent 13 years overseas, 5 years in the States, 8 years in Scandinavia, and I dealt with security issues at the Polish diplomatic missions as well. So I have a background that, according to the rectors, both rectors, since I'm the rector, both rectors, proxy, they thought that I am, let's say, a suitable person for this position, and I hope it is the case. So, the reason why I am here is to make you feel safe and secure. In general, I must admit that Poland and Warsaw is a safe place. Generally, nothing dangerous happens to people being here, but as in each place, and there might be occasions that you might feel threatened and you have problems. So I will give you some basic information concerning security here in Warsaw. I hope everybody got such a visiting card. I advise you to have it in your wallets, in your purses, etc. You have here the basic information concerning security, and it's in English. Unfortunately, not all police officers, not all city guards do speak English. So when you have problems with them, you might not be able to communicate with them properly. So then you can show them, first of all, your student ID, but I advise you and I urge you to carry all the time with you. It's your basic document, but then have this visiting card that carries quite useful information. So first of all, 112. I'm pretty convinced that all of you know this number. It's the European General Emergency number. So if anything happens to you, please dial 112 and you will be directed to the proper service. Then, on the other hand, you will find the Vistulas campus emergency number. And guess who will pick up the phone if you call this emergency number? Yeah, that's me. That's my phone number. That's my phone number that I carry here in my pocket. So, in case of emergency, if you feel threatened, if you witness a crime, if you feel not safe, etc., don't hesitate to call me. Maybe I'm making a mistake, but at any time of the day and night, but only, and I stress only, in case of emergency. Not if you are in a pub and you lack some funds for paying the last bill, or you would like to get home and you don't have money for Uber or some other taxi. In that case, don't call me. I live outside of Warsaw, and I'm not going to go to Warsaw and to help in this case. When I mean emergency, it's real emergency. When you have problems with somebody, if you are being threatened, if you saw a crime, if you committed a crime, since such things happen, some of our students had some problems in the past, etc. So please carry it in your wallets, in your purses, in your handbags, and put down your embassy's or consulate number as well, or some other emergency number, the person you would like to get in touch in case of emergency, apart from me. So here you have all the useful numbers. Here I will give you some basic info concerning the easiest way of avoiding problems in Warsaw. So first of all, the following misdemeanors are subject to fine. So you are not obliged, maybe not obliged, it is prohibited to drink alcohol in certain places. So first of all, at our campus, no beer, no wine, no vodka, etc. It's an alcohol-free zone. I'm not mentioning drugs, since drugs are strictly prohibited. So, but if you drink alcohol, drink a can of beer or a bottle of beer in a park or outside of pubs, etc., you might have problems and you might get a fine up to 500 zloty. And it happens. So, so be very careful. The same concerning smoking cigarettes for forbidden places. Generally, as in all European, not only European countries, it's prohibited to smoke in public places, unless there are some smoking areas. We have a smoking area here outside of the campus, on the right-hand side, just behind the gym. So it's the only place where you can legally smoke. Avoid smoking in front of the entrance, etc. So if you do need a smoke, I don't encourage you to do it. I'm not a smoker, but if somebody must, just go to the smoking area. Then, disrupting of peace, so shouting, loud behavior, etc. If you rent an apartment and if you live in a dormitory, try not to be too loud after 10 p.m. Since then the neighbors might call the local police officers and they will come and you will have problems. So remember, you might get a fine for that as well. Definitely crossing the street on the red light, and using public transportation without a valid ticket. It costs 260 zlotys. So validate your ticket each time, especially when you come here to the Vistula by metro. Since there's many instances that those special inspectors, they are very frequent in the Vistula area. I don't know why it happens. In order to, here are some, let's say, common sense tips how to behave while being in Warsaw. You don't have to put it down, you don't have to take pictures. This presentation, all those information are on our website, so you can easily have access to it. Definitely, avoid isolated dark areas. As in each place in the world, when you are at the wrong time, at the wrong place, and you are alone, not mentioning if you are slightly intoxicated, and you encounter a number of guys who are more intoxicated than you are, then you might have problems. So try to avoid such places. Always, I will stress it once again, always carry your personal ID. And it will save you lots of problems. Have all the emergency numbers in your phone in case you need to use them. Always keep your valuables close to you. The majority of students have their rucksacks or backpacks. So when you are using public transportation, don't have a backpack at your back. Have it in front of you. Since if it's at your back, you might easily lose all your valuables inside it. Do not carry a large amount of money with you. Protect your bike. If you are using your bike, always try to lock. Have a decent lock. Don't leave it unlocked, since the bikes have a tendency to disappear, even if they are locked. 2 years ago, I lost my bicycle, and it was double locked, but it disappeared. And of course, it wasn't found. But I must admit that last year, one of our students lost his brand new bicycle. He came to me, we went to the police station, and when we entered the police station, he recognized his bicycle. After a couple of hours, it was just, but he was quite lucky. But it's not always the case. So, remember about locking your bicycles. Do not be an open book on social media. I'm not going to elaborate on it. Don't put your private information, private pictures, etc. Since then, you might have lots of problems. Avoid taking quick decisions concerning your flats. I assume that the majority of you have already rented the flats, but we have many cases that students rapidly sign contracts, and when they find out that they could find a better place, a cheaper place, and come to me in order to help them. It doesn't work that way. If you sign a contract for 1 year, voluntarily, as it always happens like that, we are not able to help in such a case. Unless, let's say, the owner of the flat breaks the laws, etc. It usually does not happen. So, try to take careful decisions concerning your flats. Go to parties and clubs only with people you know, you trust, etc. Definitely, we are not encouraging you not to have a beer or a drink, etc. But be careful with alcohol, since we had very, very tragic cases here at the university I'm not going to go into details, but even one of our students last year passed away. He died because he drank too much. He was 20 years old. So, and after this incident, I prepared a special presentation concerning safe drinking. That's on our website as well. So I encourage you to have a look at this presentation and draw certain conclusions how to behave and what to do. Never avoid your company or leave the place alone when you feel drunk. If you go to a place and you have a number of drinks, go with the people you know and return with them. Don't go alone or don't leave your friend behind when he's intoxicated. And always keep an eye on your drink. If you go to the restroom, don't drink it. It's better either to drink it or to abandon it altogether, since shit happens. So have it in mind. And the last point. Remember that Poland is not Holland. No drugs. Even the smallest amount of drug is a crime. And you might end up in prison for 2 or 3 years. So keep it in mind. Here, there's some basic information concerning Vistula. Get acquainted with rules and regulations regarding your state. There you have the link to the security page on our site. 2 years ago I prepared some safety or security precautions, procedures concerning certain incidents. They are available at certain places in our campus. You will find them. And besides, you can find them on the internet here as well. Remember that we have a monitoring system, so the cameras are in the most crucial places of the university. So we are watching you, like on Big Brother, so keep it in mind as well. So in case of emergency, we can always have a look at the recordings, of course according to the procedures, and establish what actually had happened there. If you have any problems with your health, I'm not mentioning some serious problems, but if you have headache, if you feel bad, etc. The university doctor is available in room 24, the ground floor, on weekdays, except for between 9 and 11. If you need a pill or something like that, and the doctor is not available, you can go to the security desk or to the reception desk. They can always help you. If there is a need of first aid, just go to the security desk. I hope you know what the security desk is. On the right-hand side, the entrance and the lobby. And there is a list of trained people who might be able to help you. And besides, it's not mentioned here, since a couple of months, we have also a psychologist here who is available on Thursdays between 3 and 5 p.m. in room 24. So you can go to this person and ask him to help you solve your problems. And here are some basic information concerning me. If you have any problems, if you are a victim or witness a crime at Vistula, if you feel threatened, if you are being mobbed, if somebody calls you by name, etc., don't hesitate to either come to me. My office hours are in room 207. I'm twice a week at the university, on Mondays and Wednesdays, between 11 a.m. and 2 p.m. That's officially. I'm more often recommend that whenever there is a need, I will come here. So you can either call me or you can email the email address here as well, and then I can come here and talk about your case. Any questions? So I do wish you a safe stay here at Vistula and in Warsaw, and never-ending success during your studies. Thank you very much.
That's on time. Okay. Thank you very much, Mr. Yashinsky. Anything? Any question? Good. I just would like to ask, I just remembered, can you see the flags here all around? Is there anyone who doesn't have flag in his own? Okay. Don't forget to meet Mr. Said Chetilla from the third floor. Okay. If you have this size flag, you can bring, or we can just manage it. Okay. Don't forget it. Okay. Now we are going to carry on because, as I mentioned, this orientation day is important because we are just mentioning like important things. In the previous years, we had like some problems with something. That's why we are just inviting people here to talk about some details. Now I would like to give the stage for Ms. Eva Corey from Foreign Language Department. It is very important for each one of you. While you are studying, you are getting like foreign language courses. Please come to stage.
Right. Good morning still for 10 minutes. Good morning, everyone. How are you feeling today? Are you stressed already? Good. I'm joking, of course. Perfect. Thank you very much. Alright, so I've got a few things to tell you about languages. First of all, something that you really need to remember is that languages are everywhere on Vistula. It doesn't matter what you study, you will all have to do some language. Okay? So something to remember. So let's start. Right. I'm going to tell you about the languages that are offered at Vistula. We have 8 of them. And I'm going to tell you what you have to do to pass the course. There are some requirements that you just have to do. There is no other way. And I'm going to tell you about the e-learning platform. Okay? You're more than welcome to take pictures of the slides if you like, and afterwards you can also ask me questions, or you can just come to my office, which I'm going to tell you about in a second. Okay? Okay, so as I said, foreign languages are offered at every faculty. Okay? Whether you study business courses, or whether it's tourism and recreation, or even English philology, you still have to do an extra language. And it doesn't matter whether you study in Polish or in English. So here everyone in this room, yes, studies in English. But as I said, whether you study in Polish or in English, you need to do a foreign language. Okay? You will probably wonder, after a while, why you have different hours, different number of hours of language. It's because you all have different programs of study. So some programs will have English for 2 semesters. Some programs will have different languages, like German, Spanish, Italian. And some of you will have English for 5 semesters, plus 2, plus 3 of other language. Okay? So it all depends on your course. But I can tell you now that at the beginning of the year, so during your first language lesson, you will all receive information from your teachers. Everyone will get rules and regulations from us, and we will have all the necessary information there. Okay, so those are the languages offered at Vistula. So we've got English, Polish, German, Spanish, Italian, French, and Chinese. And as I said, it all depends on your faculty, but it also depends on the score that you received at the mock TOEIC exam, or if you brought a certificate. Okay? So, is it important for you? Are you sure? Good. Okay, so of course, for us, the number one condition to pass is the attendance. This is something very unique to languages, because usually when we have lectures or when you have different seminars, the attendance is not checked. In languages, every single lesson is marked in the online register. Okay? So every group, and this year we have 176 language groups. Each group has got a special online register, and the teacher at the beginning of the lesson marks your attendance, or if you're absent, in that register. Okay? And you have to attend minimum of 70% of the classes. If you attend less than 70%, it's automatically a fail. Okay? So, number one thing, attendance, right? Okay, so we've got the solution and we've got some of the obligations, okay? So attendance, minimum 70%, and it's checked for every lesson. So for example, if you have 12 meetings in the semester, if you have 12 sessions of a language, you can only miss 3 maximum, okay, out of the 12. So you have to attend 9 sessions. You will have partial exams, like small tests in the year, and you will have so partial exams and final exam. For both of them to pass, you need to get minimum 60% on both. Okay? So attendance 70%, partial test 60%, final exam 60%. And there is one more ingredient. There are 4 parts of your grade, and the last one is our e-learning platform, which is your 4th part. So therefore, you've got 25% on each of the parts. So 25%, okay, on your partial tests, 25% on your final exam, 25% for your e-learning platform, and then you've got how correct your platform was and the attendance, right? And all of this is compulsory. You have to do it. Please. Okay, so this is Rosetta Stone, our e-learning platform. I'm sure you've heard about it. Who's heard about Rosetta Stone? Yeah, language. It's probably one of the most popular in the world. So everyone who is in the first and second semester, you will have to do your e-learning platform. It's 60 hours per semester, 60 hours per one semester, which is quite a lot. That makes, you probably have to study for like 1 hour every 2 days on that. You will receive your password via email, so you don't need to go and check it anywhere. Everyone will receive an email with the password and the login. After that, you will choose the material that you need to do. You have to complete it, and at the end of the semester, your teacher will generate a report. And in that report, it will say how much you reached the percentage, how much you've done, how much was correct. Okay? It's a good way to practice. And one of the best things about it is that it's all connected to your classes, so it's also business language. Okay, so we have studies in English, and if you have a B2 certificate, and if you study any of the business courses, you are more than welcome to choose a different language instead of English. So for example, if you study in English, but you have the B2 certificate, you can choose German, Italian, Chinese, the languages I mentioned. If you don't have a B2 certificate, then you have to do English for 2 semesters. and you have 1 year to complete your certificate, yes? Then you have 1 year, so 2 semesters to bring the certificate to our office. Studies in Polish, they also, I'm just going to go quickly to that because here it doesn't refer to you, but they also have certificate that you need to bring. Okay, so this is the structure of our office. So Dr. Ami Schindler is our director. Ami is deputy, and we have 2 lovely coordinators. So there is Maria and Eva. And of course, when you come to our office, you will always be able to see, or you should always see the same coordinator, the one that is corresponding to your faculty. Okay? Great. That's very important. Definitely feel free to take a picture. So those are our office hours. Please, if you could always make sure that you come in the office hour time, which is starting from 12, because before that, we teach. We are in our lessons and we are not able to help you before 12 o'clock. But from 12, I'm usually in my office. So you're more than welcome to come and ask any questions. Okay? Right. I think that might be it. Yes, so what do you need to do? So you need to submit all your documents, or you've done it already. Okay? You will receive an email to choose a foreign language. Okay? Most of it is done through the email automatic system. Attend your lessons, of course. What's the percentage that you have to attend? 70. 70, good. So if you have 12 lessons, how many can you miss? 3. Thank you. Right, good. It's very important. You have to also complete Rosetta Stone. Rosetta Stone is not for people that would like to do it, it's for everybody. It's compulsory, you have to do it, okay? Yeah. Enjoy your life at Vistula. There's a lot organized here, it's lovely. Thank you very much. I just wanted to say that really, if you have any questions and if you need any help with languages, you are always more than welcome to come to our office, okay? 308. Right, thank you. Enjoy the rest of the day.
How are you today? So we are very weak. So normally I'm going to start this presentation after break. You would like to have break now? Before, yeah, because I know there are someone who eats like fresh air outside. Fresh air outside, that's why I'm going to make a break. But it's going to be a coffee break as well. So next door you can have coffee. Before you leave, I can see because someone just left already. 7th of October, which means that next week Monday, at 5 o'clock, again in this aula, in this room, it's going to be inauguration day. It's the first day, first official opening day for the university. Please take a note. Don't forget, I will mention it again, but I'm just telling you, don't leave, because after now, from now on, the most important parts are going to come. Please be here at, according to this clock, 12:30, okay? We have half an hour break for coffee, tea, and fresh air. Okay, half an hour, 12:30. I would like to see you here. See you.
А, сейчас тоже идти? calendar, there are some that start this week.
Sure? Because the guy told me like it's starting.
Pas de
Oh, you're such excited.
I see.
I sit here? Okay. Now, good afternoon. I think we can say good afternoon from now on. We are on time. Everything is just going smoothly. And these are the basic information. In the second session, I'm going to tell you about these office and some important things about Usos platform that you are going to use. Before that, I'm going to invite someone here to talk. Hold on a second, please. Alright, let us start. Before I just carry on, there are some main covers. That's me, that's my Instagram. If you want to trade, you will come. So while you are just connecting my Instagram, I can tell something. Just let us remember together, why am I just repeating these things? Because at the end of the year, we are getting problems. To not get these problems, I'm just repeating. First of all, physical education. Do you need to take this course? Definitely yes, okay? It is just once a week, volleyball, football, simple. It is seriously a task, course that you have to take, okay? Secondly, in platform, do you have to take library training, OHS, and intercultural communication? Definitely yes, they are course. At the end of the year, if you cannot pass those courses, you are going to have trouble. What kind of trouble you are going to get? You are going to see my presentation, okay? And most of the departments are going to get online IT course, except some departments. You are going to see your program. What else? We talk about safety, security, it is important. Now, language, foreign language. Depending on the departments, you are going to get 1 or 2 foreign languages. Did you understand all the presentation that she made, Miss Eva? So then you are going to follow your foreign languages. So if you don't see in your program, oh, there is no foreign language 1 or 2 or something like this, 1 year later, don't say that, oh, I didn't know that. That's why we are just informing you here, okay? So again, you can just connect to my Instagram if you want. But of course, it's not our field now. What I would like to say, I would like to invite here, other than me, the last speaker is Career Office. She is coming on stage to talk about Career Office, okay? It is important because what I would like to say, it is important because we are a business-oriented university. After our teaching, as I mentioned, that most of our students, while they are studying, they are just working. That's why we have like communication between business and university all the time. And that's why Career Office is important. And most of the departments that we have here, the practical education, which means that we need internship and the other things. That's why we are going to talk about Career Office now. Okay?
So, hi everyone, my name is Maria Zakot and I'm working in Career Office. So, what does it mean Career Office in our university? First of all, for all students who are looking for a job, for practice, for internship, you can come to us and ask about advice or about the help. So, here, you can take a look. There are all opportunities for students in our university. Actually, you can read it in our portal. I will mention it next presentation. So, here, projects for visual students. So, which projects we are realizing in Career Office? First of all, you can make a competence test in our office. That's a test which will help you to know, are you a good employee or no? Or maybe you need to improve some competencies, right? So also, we can give for you advice about your CV, which you have to send to the companies. And you can plan your career with our career advisor. in room 170. So, also, I would like to inform you that October 8th we are organizing Job Day. So, all of you are invited to this event. Here you can find our partners, actually from the last one. And you can prepare your CV to come to this Job Day and to talk with the companies. Also, we are organizing, if you don't have your CV, for example, we are organizing the CV consulting the day before the job day. So October 7th, CV consultation, and October 8th, job day. So. Where you can find information about Career Office. On Vistula's website, you can click Student and then Career Office. You will take a look all information about our office. And this year, we created the portal for our students. The portal was eCarriera. So, on this portal, you can find job offers. You can create your CV on this portal. Also, you can make competency tests, which I mentioned before, and development database. So, what you can do, the login and the password to this portal will be the same that you have to your USOS. So that's easy to log in, yeah? And actually, if you have some questions, so join our room 117, come ask. Thank you for your attention.
Any question to her? Thank you very much. Okay, as I mentioned, career is important, so then you just have to visit somehow to leave your CV and to improve your job. Don't forget, next week Monday, 7th of October, at 5 o'clock we have deliberation in this aula. Secondly, she just mentioned 8th of October, right?
Yes.
8th of October, we are going to have job fair here. So all companies are going to come here from Poland. In the corridors, they are going to put their stats there. You will just bring your CVs and maybe before you start the school, you are going to get the job. Day before the CV consultation. You know the things. You understand, right? Good. Let us carry on. For the latecomers, Instagram. Okay. There should be some shortcut to go to Dean's Office site, but as a computer engineer, I am using this button. How many slides did we have? I had a presentation some time ago. It was only 6 slides and I told like 2 hours. Okay, let's start. Dean's Office. This is one of the most important offices on the first floor. Room number 107, 8, 7, 8, 9, and 10. All of them are kids. 2 people are there. Director and deputy director, Ms. Katarzyna and Ms. Eva. But they are not your contacts. Okay? Because they are directed to coordinate everybody there. There are lots of people who are working there. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to call one of our students here. Shivam is our student, and what he is doing his internship here in this Dean Office, and that's why it's better for him to explain something about Dean Office. So come here, Shivam, please. So then he's going to talk about Dean Office. After that, I will take over. Right? Sometimes I can just break.
All right, sure.
Break is not you.
All right. So hi, I'm Shiva. Currently, I'm an intern at the Dean's Office. So if you want any internship or job, you can visit Career Office. They help you with these things. Right. So Dean's Office, we are basically an admission unit in the university which takes care of USOS and all your documents and things. So if you need any certificates, transcripts, and remember, when you get a student ID, you have a validity of it. At the back of it, there's a sticker. So at the end of every semester, or the end of every intake, you have to prolong it. So prolongation takes place in the Dean's Office, so visit us. And everything there, like USOS and helping resolving issues with the know, certain regulations, other things. Next. Yeah, that's the calendar. And so,
this part is very important. Please take my photo here. Not mine, of course, that's one. Why it is important? Because we are all from abroad. Anyone who lives here in Poland? Good, we are all from your country. So what are they doing in my class? Sometimes my students are just coming and saying to me that, sir, I bought my ticket already. And I tell them that I am sorry. If you don't want to hear this saying from the teachers, I am sorry, please pay attention to these holidays, okay? Don't buy your ticket before 23rd of October until 10th of January. Alright? This is important. If you want to go home, please pay attention to the holidays. Alright? Because teachers cannot manage the exam dates for you. Okay? Any question about this one?
And so these are the most important documents which you have to submit before the end of semester. Do remember, if you don't submit the documents, there may be problems for forwarding to the next year. So, high school diploma, maybe, I think you have submitted this, right? Have you submitted these documents in the recruitment office? Have you? Cool. So if you haven't, just remember, for example, most applications of this kind of documents, you have to submit till the end of this semester.
Yes, again, I would like to mention one important thing. Somehow, in office or us or someone in recruitment office, they are just missing documents. Which means that they are just missing is not missing to check. So that 3 years later, when you graduate, you are going to do your diploma defense. So while you are doing diploma defense, saying, oh, there is no notification, I am sorry. Then you are just extending your study. That's why these are the most important documents that you have to bring until end of semester, okay? Please don't forget them. Somebody maybe didn't bring yet, but if you didn't, these are the most important documents that you have to bring to Dean office. And of course, without USOS account, you cannot follow anything in your progress report.
Also do remember, extending your studies at the end of the year can also cost you around 1 semester tuition fees. So what is important? And yeah, so when you come to Dean office, do remember you have to have your student ID. And when you need any kind of documents, for example, certain student certificate or some job documents, you have to fulfill 2 criteria. So first, you have to be a registered student, your academic status, and payment status. You must have no debts. If you have any debts or if you fail to fulfill any of these criteria, I'm sorry, we won't give you any documents for that. And for any kind of problems at Dean's office, for example, your professor didn't upload your grades, you can see your subjects, do immediately contact Dean's office. Because sometimes what happens is, you didn't got your grades, and you come after 3 months, hey, I didn't got my grades, I need enough ECTS to pass the subject. What's ECTS? So I'll explain next. So do remember, when you have any problem, you can always write a petition through USOS, and you can come to us immediately.
And last part is important. I have an example. There is a student from my class, she's or he's sending me a mail. The mail address is blackeagle@hotmail.com. And the message is, sir, what is my mark? That's all. So who is Black Eagle? There is no information. So that's why the last part is important. Every time when you send an email to authorities or officials, to Dean office or to teachers, mention your ID number, your name and surname. The second thing, again I know some students, the name is proper, everything is alright, but it's asking like this. Sir, 6 months ago I asked you this question, what happened? But what question? So there is no like mail history. So that's why never did like mail history, because as you mentioned, as you can see that, so we are just busy with lots of students, we may forget everything. That's why with your mails, please do not delete like history, and do not forget to mention your ID and name and surname. Okay, please, thank you.
And this is the academic information. That means pass over here. 5s, very good, 4.5. At least you can get this 3 to pass your subjects and get the proper CTS for that particular subject. And answer is unsuccessful, 2 is unsatisfactory. Do remember, this is kind of cohorts, and B, didn't attend the exam and didn't attend the class. You can also fail your subject if you have no attendance in the class.
So then, in other words, in USO system, I will show you just now. If it is like black color, it's okay. If it is red color, you are in trouble, okay? So then, you must pay attention. Maybe from this part I can take it. Sure. Thank you. Thank you.
Thanks.
This part is more academic, not really in office only. So what is this? There are some courses that you are going to see. Those courses that subjects has 2 portions. One is for the lecture, the other one is for the laboratory. Or lecture, exercises. Lecture, seminars, like this. So which means that you are going to get 2 marks from each part, and it's going to be seen in USOs. In other words, you should pass from both sides, okay? So then, for example, from lecture, when you pass, if you fail from laboratory, you fail. Alright? If you pass from the laboratory, if you fail from the lecture, you fail. You should pass from 2 sides, 2 parts of the courses that you have. Alright? Is it clear? Good. So then, I just would like to explain about ECTS, European Credit Transfer Systems, ECTS credits. Do you know anything about this? What is it? It's credit. Okay? Credit to be earned by yourself. First of all, I have a definition for you. What is it? With the example, to be able to understand. So then, you are going to see some courses are like 6, 7, 10 ECTS. Some courses are like 1, 2, 3 ECTS. So how it differs? So why it is there are different ECTS points? There are different ECTS points. And here is an example, Introduction to Programming. This is an example only, alright? And it is 6 ECTS points. How come it is 6? How it becomes 6? So the authorities, the teachers of this course, coordinators, they just sat together and then said that, this is an example. Students should come to class 30 hours, should come for laboratory another 30 hours, and for the final exam 2 hours, for midterm exam 3 hours. To be able to pass final exam, they have to study at home like 5 hours. For the homework 40 hours, blah 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 blah. So you can see, these are examples. To be able to pass from Introduction to Programming, in total, students should be busy with this course 180 hours. Who decided? Teachers decided, okay? That coordinators and teachers decided. 180 hours. Are you with me? Is this part clear? Clear, right? This is an example. And this 180 could be divided by 25 or 30. And you can see on the screen that is 6 or 7.2 in between. In other words, with the decision of the faculty council, Introduction to Programming course should be either 6 ECTS or 7 ECTS. And it is decided it is 6 ECTS. Is it clear? For example, you have foreign language course. You see that one. How many ECTS? 4 ECTS. What does it mean? 4 times 30, you are going to spend 120 hours to be able to learn this language. Is it clear? Question, how am I going to check your homeworks? Did you study at home? Did you read books? How am I going to check that? Shall I come to your homeworks? Shall I to your home? I can't. By doing exam, by assessments, I understand. If you think that I am clever enough, I don't need to do homeworks, come exam, you pass, finish. Is that clear? Good. This is how you calculate ECTS, how you earn the credits. For each course, we have different credits. To be able to get credit, you have to pass the subject. Is that clear? This part is important, I underline. Especially next slide is very important, which is coming here. Pay attention to this, because most of them are just ignoring this. Every single semester for every department to be able to finalize one semester, you should get 30 ECTS points from the subjects. How many courses? Depending on the ECTS points. If they are all introduction programming value, then it's going to be 5 courses. If it's only 2 ECTS, it's going to be 15 courses. That's why you have different number of courses during the semester. Pay attention. This is important. One semester 30 ECTS, 2 semester 60. Thank you very much. It's mathematics. Okay, 2 semester 60 because one semester is 30. 2 semester 60 ECTS. You should pass. Somehow you failed 1 or 2 subjects. For example, research programming, which means that you couldn't get this 6 ECTS. So that instead of 60, it became 54, right? Let's say you failed another one, 4 ECTS for the language. It became 50. Did you understand what I mean? How you get the points? So this way, minimum you should get 40 ECTS. Is it clear? This is very important point. Don't miss that. Now let us come back. Physical education is a course and it is important. Library training, intercultural communication, OHS, foreign language, they are all important courses because they have ECTS points. If they have it, somehow if you ignore that, then you cannot be. You lost that ECTS points. You got my point, right? You with me? Good. So then out of 60, somehow, if you have 40 or more, no problem, you proceed. If you have less than 40 ECTS, you will be crossed out from the list and see you next year for the first semester. You got my point? It is important. I have like lots of headaches at the end of first year. Students are just ignoring this part. Oh, I will pass it next year, I will pass it next year. Okay, you welcome. But if you can get 40 ECTS, you will pass it next year. You understand what I mean, right? Look, how many times I told you, if you understand what I mean, it is very important. Because if you fail, if you cannot get 40 ECTS, you are going to cross out from the list, and you will just restart your school from the very beginning. Okay? Which means that you lost 1 year already, and 1 year money you lost already. Is it clear? This is important. Somehow, if you get more than 40 ECTS, if you proceed to your third year, okay, then if it is not 60, if you fail from some subjects, these are the important ones. Oh, these are not important. This is like if you just have less than 40. Next slide is going to say the important part. Any question about this part? Yes.
So how if a student doesn't get less than 40 credits, but it is in the semester of second or third or fourth?
At the end of first year.
Middle of study.
No, if it is at, we check it at the end of first year in May, in June. Okay. We check it at the end of first year, and we check the marks. It should be 60 ECTS, or 59, or 58, or 40. If it is less than 40, cross from the list, and after summer you will come for the first semester. Of course, when you come for the first semester after summer, you are not going to pay any conditional retake fee. I will explain just now what is it. And the passing marks, they are just going to shift it for the new semester if program didn't change. Clear? This part is important. Like I spent 3 minutes almost to explain this. Somehow you pass 40 ECTS, but still you fail some subjects. Is also a problem for you. But what kind of problem? After you have your final exam, project or retake exam, whatever, semester finished, and then you fail. But in total you have more than 40. Then you will come for the third semester, no problem. Okay? But for the failing subjects, the subjects that you fail, it's called conditional retake. Which means that next year, you can take these subjects. But there is like one star sign here which is like gray color and then small letters that I used here, like everybody is doing the marketing. Next year you will take the subject and definitely pay penalty 200 euro for each course. Did you understand this part? So then, is physical education important now? Is foreign language important now? You understand what I mean? If you fail because of ignorance, then it means that you are rich. Okay? If you fail from all subjects because of something, then it means that you are very rich because you are going to start from the beginning. I'm not talking about only losing the year, you are losing money as well. Is this part clear? Good. Let us carry on to USOS part. So this is time to talk about USOS, which is very important for you. This is your communication tool with your teachers, with your dean, with your dean office, career office, everywhere. Okay? Everybody has USOS or Platon or Ekarriera or whatever. Every time you are using the same account and password. So what are we doing? I'm going to show you like real, if we have internet here. We are going to see our marks from USOS, which are uploading there. You can just write petition there, and it goes to like correct person from USOS. And number 3, you do survey to evaluate your teachers, because teacher is good, bad, or whatever you are just saying, and it's important. It's important. And how much money you owe to university? Yes. How much money you owe to university? Your needs group, whatever, everything is checked in USOS. That's why USOS is important. And the most important one, Planista, in other words, is like timetable. To see your courses, when is it starting, where is it, or how to attend, blah blah. It's important all the time. You have to check USOS account that you have. So now I'm going to show you presentation like real life. I hope we have internet. usosweb.vistula.edu.pl. So when you just open this website, you can see this is in Polish, and here on the right hand side you can change the language to English, and after that again on the right hand side you can see login. When you click login, this part you are going to use your username and password. Okay? I will use my username. And what is my password? This is my password. And after that, this username and password can be used to any platform. Platon, as I mentioned. Okay, so here is the USOS platform, and on screen you can see on the corner my name appears. Okay, and here in the middle is my program appears. Because I am teacher here, let me change the platform to student. Okay, I am teacher because something different for me. So I asked already one of your colleagues, one of your students, actually one of your friends, can I use his? He said, okay, you welcome. So now, this is the platform for him. Okay, now it's a student. As you see here in this part, this is my USOS web. You can see plans here. He doesn't have any course this week, even next week. Alright? There is no course. But if you click here, somewhere here, for example, it just jumps into the program and he can choose any week he wants. From here, for example, do I have any course in October 16? When I click, okay, I'm clicking, there is no course. Is it clear? Did you understand how to check your plan? Let me repeat quickly. In My USOS web, you can easily click it here to see the program. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and hours. It shows you all details about your classroom, who is your teacher, which classroom you are going to go, blah blah, everything will be there. And this is the good one, student section. So when you click here, that's what I said. These are the things that you are going to check. You can, when you have time, you can check yourself later, but the most important one is grades. When you click grades here, you can see all courses are just listed together with the grades. I'll show you the grades. As I mentioned you, if it is in black color, 3, 4, 4.5, okay, then it's okay. But if there is a red color, which means that 2, and B, blah blah, you are in trouble. So then what you can understand here, for example, let's talk about this course, methods of exploration, blah blah. It has like 2 marks, as I mentioned you, and for the first time he got 4.5. And he got 2 here, which means that he failed from the subject. If he's going to do this subject next year, he's going to pay €200. Did you understand? Good. But what he did, after he passed it, he got 3.5, but the history is here. So that's why, study well, don't see any red here. So he passed from this subject. So like this, everything should be black color marks. Any question about this one? Good. So besides the marks, here on top, you can see transcript of your records. If you just click on it, you can see all of them on A4 size paper. You can print out easily and use anywhere you want, but it's not official. If you want something official, it should be stamped by the dean office. Thank you. Good. So these are the grades. Let us carry on. So here, applications. This is the most important part. When you click applications, you can see all applications starts here, and submit a new application. After you click submit a new application, it's very simple. Are you going to repeat your semester or general application? General application. Fill the form and finish. You are going to write here whatever you like, and then it's going to go to your dean directly, and they will see. You don't need to mention your name because it's coming from USOS, from the system, and then they will see it's coming from you. So my problem is I'm failing from this subject. How much do I have to pay? For example, don't ask this question. You know it's 200. Okay, this is how to do application. And here, surveys, you can see. When you click surveys, there is no survey for him, but in general, you can see your teacher's courses survey. Please do the surveys, it's important, okay? Because you must evaluate your teachers and your courses. And the last part that I would like to mention here, payments. And you can see which bank account you are going to pay, how much did you pay until now, all payments, and how much do you owe to university, uncleared debts. So when I click here, for example, so there is nothing to owe for by him. But if you have something like this, you can see until this date, that amount of money that you should pay to university. Okay? This is how you contact with USOS. Of course, from here, what I am doing, I'm just sending email to the students, and most of the teachers are doing the same way, using USOS mails to send the students. That's why your mail in USOS should be updated. Otherwise, you cannot get the mails from your teachers, okay? It is important. All the announcements are done from here. Even from here, in my USOS web, you can see like USOS mail. Just spend some time on it, okay? So that you are going to see all of them. From USOS mail, you can just send direct mail to to anyone you want. Or from directory here, you can find anybody's, for example, my name. If you write information about me comes, when you click on it, you can see my contact details there. Okay? If I open to everybody, you can see my emails, and then you can send email to me. Or a student. Or if you want to find out some information about one course, the course content or course information, you can just write down there. Or if you want to talk about faculty, you can write down there. Okay? This is for the searching. One more thing. Whenever you click on top of a course, for example, here there are lots of courses. I just want to find one of them which is fulfilled. For example, this one. When you click on it, you can see here how many ECTS is this. You know what it does mean. And you can see down there who are the teachers. Okay, who are the teachers. And here also, when you click, you can see the content of the courses. For this course, teacher didn't put, but for my course, you can see the content of the courses. In other words, it's called syllabus. Syllabus is here. So then, what are you going to learn during the year? Okay. Any question about USOS? Okay. Good. So let us carry on from here. So, we were talking about Dean Office. This part is very important. Dean Office, room number 108. Okay, first floor. And can I take? And you are going to get the ticket, like a bank. Otherwise, it's going to be very long queue there. Thank you. After that, when you see your number there, so you are going to get into Dean Office. The thing is that there are English and Polish speaking people there for the front desk. But sometimes things happening from your country or from home, you would like to communicate with them directly. It is possible. The thing is that I cannot put all of them here in a small area, but in the website, Mr. EduPR website, you can see that under students, Dean's office, who is your supervisor? Who is in charge? Because if you send it someone just randomly, you are not going to be responded. So then please take a note. If you are in the Faculty of Management, Architecture, Graphic Design, Finance and Accounting, or Economics, who is in charge for you? She is in charge for you. Somehow by mistake, if you send her, believe me, she is not going to help you. Because she has already 200 students, 300 students. Is it clear? So then, for the Faculty of International Relations and Journalism, Veronica. For the first one, Eva. Second one, Veronica. Is it okay? Same thing for them. When you send an email, dear man, blah 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 blah, my ID number, my name, my surname. And reply again. Okay? Not new mail. Don't delete the history. These are the other faculties: Computer Engineering and Philology, and Tourism Business. Okay? Where is it? Can I? Shall I come back? Okay. Any question about Dean Office? Good. About ECTS? 40 ECTS, 60 ECTS. In parentheses, I will tell you because it's going to be 1 year already and then you will learn it. Every end of year, which means that after first year, then second year, then third year for the one who's studying here for 6 years, I mean 4 years. At the end of each year, we are checking your ECTS and calculate this way. 30 ECTS for each semester. 2 semesters is 60 minus 20, accepted. If you study 2 years, which means that 4 semesters, multiply by 30, 120. Minus 20, 100. at the end of 4th semester, if you don't achieve 100 ECTS, come back to the beginning of the year. Okay? Is it clear this part?
When we will get the password and username to log in our
Okay, let me just, because in the morning they asked already, but I'm repeating now. When you just recruit, give all your documents to the recruitment office, they are going to give you the password and username. Somehow, if there is a problem, who are you going to ask? Who will you ask if you have a problem?
Your supervisor.
ICT help at Vistula Education, IT department, okay? IT department. Good. Alright, now, Yevgeny? Is Yevgeny here? Yevgeny will come. Because he said he would like to do this international office. It is important. That's why I'm just passing this part. I will come back to that issue later. Erasmus, please be patient, it's going to finish. In parentheses, I will tell you something. After this meeting, after my speech, program is going to end here. You will go to canteen area with that small rectangular square tickets. You are going to get your sandwich, okay? And after that, you will go to the rooms upstairs. Which rooms? Depending on your department, your deans, your head of departments, your faculty secretary are waiting for you, okay? Because today is just meetings only. Erasmus, have you heard about Erasmus? Erasmus, shortly it is exchange program for you, okay? It has 2 stages. The first one is study abroad. You can go and study in another country, or internship. You can go and do internship. So, what is that? It's an opportunity to study in another country other than Poland, in Europe. Which country? The one that we have partnership. All around Europe, we have plenty of universities that we have partnership. List of partnership, partner universities are in the first floor. You can see next to the Erasmus office. And how does it work? Because you are a student here, you should apply when the time comes. If you want to go in spring semester, you should apply in October. If you want to go in fall semester, you should apply in March. The process is carrying on. After your good application, you are going to be granted, depending on the country. If you are doing for the study, it's going to be 400 to 500 euro per month, which is good. Or if you are doing internship, 500 to 600 euro per month, you are just getting in your pocket for your accommodation, ticket, and the other things, okay? You don't need to pay anything else there. You are going to pay school fee here, but you don't need to pay anything else there. So from here, if you want to go to Spain, or Portugal, or Germany, or you understand? Can I hear you? Next slide is saying that, unfortunately, BA, bachelor students, don't think about it now, but next March, maybe you can start to apply for the fall. Alright? For this thing you cannot go, but for MA students, you will come. Immediately, you can go to Erasmus office for the Erasmus program. Any question? Of course, you are going abroad in another country, so then your English level should be B2 level at least. And, hello? And these are the 2 people who are in charge. Not this picture, this is one of our old students. These 2 people who are in charge for the Erasmus, okay? Their office is 1, 2, 3. Which office was it? Whose office? 1, 2, 3. Remember? International Student Coordinator, Mr. Dawood Aslan. He is also sitting there. Okay, if you go there, both of them are there for the Erasmus. Any question? No question. Okay, I will proceed with finance office. It is also important. Finance issue. All kind of money issue goes to finance office. Registration fee, tuition fee, some other fees. Certificates, retakes, diplomas and others. Okay. Please pay attention, this is important. Certificates. Because in like other countries they are doing like this. When you go to dean office, they are giving you paper. like student record or marks, transcript materials, okay? But here, not only in this university, most of the universities in Poland, whenever you get such paper from the dean office, they are charging for it, okay? Because that's why you must check your resource all the time. Because you are just getting, one of my students made it. Just get the paper, put at home, and lost. Get another one. Didn't put at home, it's in bag, but he just ignored. And get another one. And then he has to pay like certain amount of money, which is too high, because he gets like 100 papers. Because he doesn't think that it's like the money. He has to pay. That's why be careful. If you really need a paper, then ask the dean office to get. And it's going to pay into finance office or from USOS directly. If you have money in your hand, in your bank, you can just send directly to the bank account, which is supplied by the finance office. If it is in your hand, if it is less than 4,000 zloty, as zloty, if it is less than 4,000 zloty, there is an ATM machine next to security. You can pay it there. You can get the receipt done easily. Okay. And the third way, if it is more than 4,000 zloty, or you are paying like in the currencies, euro or US dollar, whatever it is, you are going to go to room number 118 if you want to pay cash. Okay. And then don't forget to put those information, name, surname, and student ID number. For all kinds of papers, all kinds of receipts, all kinds of whatever it is, okay? Don't forget, because you are just studying English studies and then you are paying in euros. If you want to pay in zloty, this is our currency, okay? Like a hotel. Alright? If you want to pay in zloty, that is our currency exchange. And a few more slides, it's going to finish. Pay attention. Be patient. 15th of September or 15th of February are the deadlines for the payments. And after that, yearly basis 7% interest comes, penalty comes on top of the money that you owe. And that yearly basis just divided by the 365 and daily starts to just increase your debt. This is important. That's why pay on time. Any kind of question and needs from finance office, just write a petition to them. Room number 118. Okay? And these are the contact details. Quest 3 at Vistula 118 for only cash payment. And in Dean office we have one person to give you information about finance issues. Any question? So far? Good. Scholarship. This is very easy part. Scholarship. We have those scholarships. Social scholarship, rector's scholarship, and other scholarship as well. But if you are not Polish citizen, you cannot get anyone. Only one of them just for you. If you have a residence card with this, you can read there. If you have a residence card or work Schengen visa, maybe, then you can ask rector's scholarship. Otherwise, let us forget about it. Okay? But still, you have a chance. You can apply your documents until 10th of October. Better to go to internet from Vistula.pl. But the best is go to him, not her. Go to him. Patrick Careta. He is in room number 207. And the emails and all the things are here. You can go on Tuesday to Thursday. Tuesday to Thursday from 11 to 3 o'clock. You will come to visit him and ask the scholarship cases, okay? And before last, I put all those contacts during the presentation, and I knew just raise up your phone and take the photo of mine first. Later that. If you want, all those information there, and then anything that you need, just point and go to the correct place. Alright, and what mustn't you forget? Instagram, okay? Follow me. Alright, now, while it is on the screen, so then I'm going to read one thing here. Is there anyone from economics department? Economics department? No one. First floor, 131. That's your room. After lunch, go there. Finance and accounting, 212. Second floor, 212. Finance. Management, 214. Okay, don't think. There is one important thing now. Don't think. Don't think. After this, I will say one important thing. You are going to earn money. Believe me, you are going to earn money. International relations, 216. Journalism,